That rally outside of the Supreme Court is voicing support for laws that ban males from competing in women's sports. Some notable attendees outside of the Supreme Court and at the proceedings were former ESPN anchor Sage Steele and Chloe Cole. NTD Sam Wang was outside of the Supreme Court to hear from the speakers and the crowd.
What are we here for today?
We're here to defend girls and women in sports, but also more than that. We're here to defend the rights of women to have sex-separated spaces and locker rooms, places that, recognize that we are uniquely created, male and female.
I'm Chelsea. I'm a female athlete. I raced against 2 biological males all 4 years of high school, and I ended up losing 4 state championships and countless other medals and podium spots to these males. So we're here today to protect female sports.
First, I experienced it in a soccer game, and then my senior year of high school, I was going to be forced to run the 400-meter dash against a biological male athlete in the WIA state championships. My 4x4 team was displaced by the team that this biological male athlete ran on.
I may never have been an athlete, but I once was a part of the transgender community. Nothing about this is compassionate or loving. It is destructive, not just to the individual, but to everybody around them, to all of our institutions.
So what does equal protection mean to you personally? It seems like the other side has a slightly different interpretation of that.
Sometimes the stupidity isn't worth acknowledging. This is science. This is nothing that's actually debatable. So it's been an honor to be a part of it. Nothing I ever thought I would be doing in my life or career. So many people virtue signal and talk about supporting women, and then when it comes down to it, they're silent.
Well, equal protection in the law means that it has to be based on an immutable characteristic to have equal protection under the law. Gender identity in law does not rise to the level of where there's equal protection.
What would you like to see coming out of today's 2 cases?
I hope that what the ruling on these 2 cases will be is that women in all 50 states deserve to have a fair playing field in sports, that they will not have to be forced to compete or be on the same team with predatory men.
Our laws have always recognized there's differences between men and women, and those differences matter in sports, in athletics, in locker rooms and restrooms, and so we're hopeful that the court is going to recognize that these states can pass these laws protecting the fairness of women's sports, protecting women's spaces, and ultimately making sure that no woman loses out on an opportunity.
This is about women's spaces as well as Title IX, and I feel confident that when the decision comes down, probably in a couple of months, that it will be on the right side for all the women, but for history.